I didn't think that would work out. Whoa, okay. So what? Our team status just changed to champion with 3 players. There's a rumor going around, and Scott said it in the comments. Can Doritos be the official snack sponsor of the Ottawa Senators? I don't know where he heard that. Someone leaked it. But it's true. The rumors are true. We are now partnered with Doritos, and we are naming our arena the Dorito Dome. And I hope you have your Doritos ready, because it's about to be one crazy episode here with the most insane free agency pool I've ever seen. There is so many good players. But what's up? Welcome back to GM Week. This one could be a franchise-altering episode. We had a few of these in Seattle. This could be the one, you know, with the announcement of the new arena, the Dorito Dome. It could be a big one, especially with all these free agents going on. So let's waste no time and hop into a comment. Now this one is going to come from Brandon Barenfeld, the VP of Hockey Operations for the Seattle Storm Bears. He seems to pop up all the time, but he does make a very good point. Now before I actually read the comment, there's a million people saying, sign Forsberg, sign Couturier, sign every good free agent, sign. Trust me, I want those guys on my team too. But Brandon Barenfeld, he says, keep in mind that many players are still going to view you as a bad team. So unfortunately, you're probably not going to be able to sign anyone substantial like Seth Jones or Colton Parayko. You can definitely try, but they most likely won't sign with you. That's true, and that sucks. Any signings you make will have to be on the small to medium side, like Evgeny Malkin or Nazem Kadri. Don't sign a defenseman. Oh, that's interesting. You have too many defensemen as it is, and if anything, you should be trading defensemen. Signing someone like Seth Jones would create problems for your defensive prospects. So maybe sign a second-line center, a backup goalie, and then sim to the regular season. See what your defensemen look like, and then trade the ones you don't use for assets. I like what you're saying, but I also have some different opinions about it. Now, another comment here. This guy says, you cannot pass up on Matt Murray. Your biggest weakness is goaltending, and you have a 28-year-old elite goalie pretty much waiting for you for free. Give him $11 million for 2 years. You have the cap for it. Also get Evgeny Malkin for the experience and Seth Jones to solidify your defense. Also, with Jones in, you can go ahead and trade Sumal for Grand Pierre to take Malkin's place once his contract expires. So that is some wishful thinking right there, my friend. Now, Matt Murray is going to be way more than $11 million to even try to get this guy. Not saying I'm not going to try, because I would love to get Matt Murray. He only wants 5 years, and he's only 28, but he is very much an elite goalie. But the chances of him coming to our team, very, very slim. Now, there's everyone in the comments telling me to go after Jones and Johnny Gaudreau and all these crazy guys. Yes, I feel ya. But like Brandon said, it's going to be really difficult because we got to pay that Ottawa tax. Now, to get a guy like Seth Jones, and I'm going to try, like, I do not mind overpaying like this much. In my eyes, Seth Jones is an $8 million a year kind of guy. So I wouldn't mind even offering like 8.3. That's $1.2 million more than what he's asking for. Now, I don't know what Buffalo, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Vancouver, or Edmonton are about to offer up, but we have the cap space. Now, Brandon said don't go ahead and get a guy like Seth Jones, but I want to win right now. Yeah, for the future, maybe, you know, letting Glenn Sumal really grow, but I'm not super sold on Glenn Sumal. I think a lot of you guys aren't as well. He kind of just fell into our lap unexpectedly. We didn't want him. It's kind of like your girlfriend saying, oh, I saw this really cute dog on the side of the road, all abandoned, I couldn't leave it. Now you're stuck with a dog. Glenn Sumal being the dog, and our girlfriend being the computer GM, who just picked him up and was like, here, now you're stuck with this player you didn't really want, but it's not terrible, it's not the worst thing in the world, but, you know, it's not really ideal for you. In my mind, that analogy made way more sense. But here we go, Seth Jones. I'm going to offer him this contract. If he accepts, fantastic. Unreal. That's awesome. We have Seth Jones. High fives all around. The Dorito Dome. Free Doritos for everyone. You love to see it. If this gets rejected, which I very much like, even if I'll even go 8.5, I just don't see it happening. If he does, great. High fives for everyone. Doritos for all. Now let's talk about the second line center. I think everyone really wants to see Evgeny Malkin, and not a lot of people are super concerned about a guy like Thomas Hertl. Hertl was good. He didn't want to sign with us even though I offered him exactly what he wanted. We're going to get Evgeny Malkin for cheaper, and then maybe we make a trade for a second line center at the end of Malkin's tenure. Right now my plan for Evgeny Malkin is for him to be here for this year, maybe next as a mentor, because we got a lot of young guys. This guy's got what, 3 Stanley Cups? He's got a Conn Smythe. He's got everything. He's the man, Evgeny Malkin. Now, maybe if we sign Malkin, that'll make Matt Murray want to come to our team. But $6 million for 1 year, $600,000 more than what he wants. There's no other teams interested. He's going to get top 6 minutes. I don't see why he wouldn't come to our team. He's got his cups. He has his accolades. He's going to make $6 million. Hopefully, he signs with us. Boom. There's 2 players. We've offered contracts. Good to go. Don't bet on Seth Jones signing with our team. Don't do it, because I just don't think it's going to happen. Now let's go back to Matt Murray. All right, $11.2 million. Now he wants 5 years. Okay, so I don't really want to go 5 years. I want to go something like this, like a 2-year deal. What if I gave him $12 million a year? $12 million for 2 years, and then we either trade Jake Allen or use him as a backup. Now, I want to win. I don't want to, tank again for next year and get another good draft pick and then wait 2 or 3 years, because the rebuild didn't really work out. We half-assed the rebuild to where we were almost a playoff team in year 1. That got screwed up. Year 2, that draft happened. Draft number 3, we ended up with the 3rd overall pick, but it was a bunch of defensemen that we already had. So I think we're going to accelerate this rebuild quite a bit. $24 million for the next. Actually, we're going to give him a little bit more because I want him to sign $12.3 million. All right. $24.6 million over the next 2 years. Confirmed money. Matt Murray, hopefully, welcome to Ottawa. I have higher hopes that Matt Murray wants to sign with us than Seth Jones. I really don't think we're going to get a guy like Seth Jones. Now, if that doesn't pan out, I don't think I'm going to sign a defenseman, because our plan was to wait until the start of the regular season, because there has to be a trade anyways. Regardless, there has to be a trade. So we'll figure that out when that time comes. But we got our potential top 2 guy, our second line center, and our starting goalie. Realistically, we could really only walk away with this with Evgeny Malkin, which is kind of what I'm feeling. I'm going to go ahead and sign these low elite guys just for the AHL. Boom, there you go. This guy's actually 66 overall and only 19. Ernesto, what a name. I love this guy, Ernesto. That's awesome. Okay, there you go. And then Louis Giroux, he's 19, undrafted, 56 overall, so he's definitely a project, but he is low elite, so that's good news. I also saw quite a few comments saying, "You're stupid if you don't sign Filip Forsberg." Well, maybe call me stupid. I'm not about to spend $14.4 million over the next 7. What is that? I don't even know what kind of money that is. That's stupid money. That's a $100 million ticket. I'm not about to throw that at Filip Forsberg. I'd have to make it at least $15 million to even make him think about coming to Ottawa with that good old Ottawa tax. So with all that being said, I'm not going to go after Forsberg. He's going to go somewhere. He's going to light it up. He's in the prime of his career. I'm not about to offer him $15 million to come play for our team. That's the logical thing to do here. So the way I see it right now, our first line is set, which I still need a nickname for that line. It could be the NWA line, if you guys know what that means. Obviously the hip-hop group. I don't really know if that's something we can say anymore. People might get upset about that. Or it can be like the CAN. Like, it's too good of a line not to have a catchy nickname. So we're still waiting on it. I'm still waiting on that one comment. I know it's in there. And then we got Kachuk, hopefully Gino, and then Taylor Radish. We got Andreas Janssen, Brown, and then X. I need a third line winger. So that's something maybe we could go look at, or maybe a guy like the Shoe could come in and really step in and be that third line winger, although he might play fourth line. So let's go actually have a look at what third line wingers are available. So Andreas Janssen, obviously, he's a legend, absolutely best waiver pickup of all time. Logan Brown is a really, really good third line center. Now, for a third line winger, I kind of want a guy who can do it all. Looks like a lot of defensemen, which again I don't need. Seems to be the story of my life here. A guy like Nick Ritchie maybe might not be that bad. Big, tough. He kind of would fit in perfectly on that line. I wouldn't mind Nick Ritchie. All right, he's a 30-point guy. I really wouldn't mind Nick Ritchie. He's a big dude as well. He's 6'2", 234. That's a big fella. So Nick Ritchie, okay, he seems to be the front runner for the third line winger. Mark Stone, bring back Mark Stone. Not happening. Stefan Nosen, Alex Radulov, Mikhail Bodker, Pavelski. That's another veteran presence. I think at this point he's really going to push for that Stanley Cup ring. No point in us bringing in Joe Pavelski, so I'm going to say no to that. Any centers we can throw on the wing? Kadri would be good, but he's way too good for the third line. Charlie Coyle, Anthony Ciu, Rust would be okay. Honestly, I think that the best option for us right now is probably going to be the big boy, Nick Ritchie. He's only 26 too, so he's young enough. He has no other teams interested, so $3.6 million for 3 years will probably get it done. Boom. I'm really hoping he signs. This still doesn't help us out with our giant defense problem. We still have to figure out what the hell we're going to do, but let's see if any one of these players signs. If Matt Murray and Seth Jones, if they even have a glimmer of hope, if they even think about coming to Ottawa, that's a huge win. I think we're only going to get Evgeny Malkin out of this. So these low elite guys, they're good. They want to come play for Ottawa. You love to see it. The Dorito Dome, they're bringing people in. Nick Ritchie wastes no time. He's like, yep, I'm in, buddy. Absolutely. I love the culture. I love Seth Jones is a member of this team. Evgeny Malkin and Matt Murray. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. Holy shit. I didn't think that would work out. Whoa. Okay. So, what? Our team status just changed to champion with 3 players. I mean, you wave a little bit of money in these guys' faces and it seems to talk. Holy. I'm absolutely shocked that that went through. Usually those teams would be like, yeah, your team sucks. No, I'm going to go play in Pittsburgh. I'm going to go play in Washington or San Jose. Holy crap. Okay, so I just told the assistant GMs, I just gave them a little bit of a teaser. I just said Seth, Matt, Evgeny, and Sam. Or wait, Sam? Oh no, I meant to say Nick. I tricked you. I didn't sign anyone named Sam. It was Nick. Ha, gotcha. So let's see around the NHL what went down. And then we'll figure out, okay, now we're potentially a champion. Philly added Christopher Tanev to a 6-year deal. Damn. The Stars re-signed Julius Honka. New Jersey got Vancouver Canucks legend Ben Hutton. I'm not going to go through everyone here, but you can quickly see any big names out there. Toronto gets Tyler Bozak. There you go. He goes back. That's awesome. I can't believe we got Matt Murray. Columbus got Philip Forsberg for 1 year. Ooh, Columbus. Okay. All right. They're going to be nasty. Holy crap, they were like one of the best teams in the league, and now they have Philip Forsberg? Holy. Okay, so they lose out on Seth Jones, and then they get Philip Forsberg, only for 1 year, though. So he wanted, what, a 7-year deal, and he only settled for a 1-year deal. Interesting. I'd like to see how that negotiation kind of went down. St. Louis gets Couturier. Okay, they get a 5-year deal for Sean Couturier. We got Seth Jones for 7. We got Nikolai Goldobin going back to San Jose at a 7-year deal. Nashville gets Colton Parayko. All right. Canucks get Kadri. Buffalo gets Devin Dubnyk. Ottawa signs Gino. Nashville gets Chris Letang. So Nashville goes all in, Parayko and Letang. Maybe they were interested in Seth Jones, and maybe he was like, no, I'm going to Ottawa. They got a Dorito sponsorship. Come on, how can I turn that shit down? I agree with you. Good call, Seth. Good guy. Looks like Philip Forsberg signed for 14.4 for 1 year. He's going all in for that Stanley Cup. Okay, so now I want to sim to the start of next year because our team's ready to go and our team status jumped to a champion already. Boom, just like that. But what I'm going to do over the course of the offseason is I'm going to spice up the trade block a little bit, get it a little bit spicy. We're going to throw on some of our defensemen. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to trade these players, but Glenn Sumal is a guy who I'm going to put up there. Also going to throw Jake Allen on there as well as maybe I don't even need to really put Jake Allen on there. I could maybe just, I don't know, maybe we'll just throw him on there just to see. Zacharias, and then we got Jake Allen. So I did not expect that to work. I threw a bunch of money in their faces, and they were like, yeah, sure, let's go. Actually, Jake Allen's probably a pretty good backup. Man, we could have a sick team this year. Holy, we could have a nasty squad. All my assistant GMs right now are like, who the hell is Sam? Ha! Nick Ritchie, gotcha. So the St. Louis Blues want to offer us a first for Zacharias. I know we can get a first for him. I'm going to respectfully decline right now. That was only like 1 day. I put him up and boom. Tyson Barrie for Glenn Sumal. See, that's not a good trade. Not a good trade. We're going to go ahead and say no. I like that there's offers coming at us, but... first and a fifth, okay, good to know. I'm just kind of gauging some things here, maybe for the comments for next time, because GM week is almost over. So maybe if we, Brett Ritchie, we could get both of the Ritchies, Nick and Brett. I don't know if they're brothers. I don't think they are. It's hard when we make huge moves like this over the course of GM week because I want to get your guys' opinion, but I can't because I have to record like 4 hours after I post the video. Brett Ritchie. Okay, so technically we do need a fourth line winger, and he would be pretty good for the fourth line. He's listed as a fourth liner. I just don't want to take a spot away from a guy like the Shoe, who could very well jump into the fourth line. So I'm going to hold off on this because the Shoe's actually 77 overall. He's probably going to be ready. Oh man, the Shoe, he's listed as a minor scorer, so maybe he's not. Maybe he needs that one extra year. Going to go ahead and decline this right now. It's not to say I won't come back to it after, but I do need a fourth liner, so that is interesting how they came at me with that. A first for Zacharias, so we can for sure get a first, no question. Austin Watson, no thank you. I didn't set my trade block to say that I wanted fourth line guys, but for some reason, that's all we're getting offered right now. And Zacharias is a big trading piece. Lots of people are coming at me with first round picks for him. Jordan Wheel for a fourth. I don't need Jordan Wheel. Thanks, though. I kind of want to see what our team looks like, and then I really need your guys' comments. I might get the video up a little bit earlier tomorrow, just so I can get as many comments as I possibly can. Zacharias for Brandon Montour. Is he really that good? Is Brandon Montour really that good? Is he worth Zacharias? I mean, I know he's good in real life, but okay, 79 overall. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He might be way down. His morale might be way the hell down. So still going to say no to that. We do not need you. Boom. Thanks for coming around for the RFA. Matt Calvert. So again, another fourth liner. I didn't set my trade block to say that I wanted this. Xbox is listening to me. Confirmed. Oh, so apparently Nick Ritchie and Brett Ritchie are brothers. That's kind of fun. I wouldn't mind getting Brett Ritchie, get that little brother tandem going. That could be fun. I just want to see what our fourth line is going to look like. If we need a guy like Brett Ritchie, a third could definitely get it done. Now I have an extra assistant captain here. I took it off of Anthony Mantha and I think I'm going to give it to Gino. We brought him in for a veteran presence. We brought him in because we need that Stanley Cup experience. We're going to throw the assistant captaincy on his sweater. He has the accolades to back the assistant captaincy up forever and ever. No one's ever going to argue that he does not deserve that assistant captaincy. It's on his sweater. I am very, very interested to see what these lineups are looking like, because we're going to have to make a trade. It's not going to be a fun one to make, and it's going to have to involve one of our young defensemen, because I didn't think we were going to get Seth Jones, but everyone said, you know, try it. It might not happen, but if it does, great. And it did, so great. Now, one thing I'm going to do this off camera, is I have to hire a ton of scouts, and I'm going to do it properly. I'm going to make sure all of our scouts are actually out this year. Last year, it was kind of a speed run, especially because we're doing GM week. Didn't really have the extra time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign a bunch of scouts. I want to make sure I have a decent amount for each area. Obviously, I don't need like 10 AHL North guys, so I want to go ahead and spread it out. So I'm going to do this, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at the lines. Now, the defense is going to be our big problem. I know that going into this. We need to figure out what we're going to do, but our team should look pretty nasty aside from the fourth line. So let's go ahead, go best lines here, and then we'll do it all up after. So they want to go like this. I want to go like that. We want to go with the ACA. What can that be? awesome characters, awesome. I need to figure out some sort of clever line for this. Like there's the NWA, which is Anthony. Like you could kind of do that. NWA is kind of cool. I don't know. You guys can help me out. Evgeny Malkin dropped to an 83, but I'm not super concerned about it. He'll jump right back up. Brady Tkachuk, Logan Brown, and Nick Ritchie. What a tough line. I love that line. That's awesome. And then the fourth line, it looks like Nicholas Shue is ready to go. So he's listed as a depth forward. He is a centerman, so I'm going to play him there. Same thing with Drake Batherson. So the fourth line's a little bit weak. Now, Schlappick, I mean, I like Schlappick, but I wouldn't mind getting a guy like Ritchie in there. That would be ideal. I want to hang on to Batherson and Shue, obviously, but getting a fourth liner like Ritchie, plus his brother plays here, I feel like it's kind of have to do it. So defense. Offensively, we're all good. We need to worry about the fourth line, but that's super, super minor. That's one easy trade. We could probably trade Schlappick for Ritchie straight up, so I'm not too worried about that. Might have to add like a fourth, but I think we can easily do it. Now, going to the defense, all right? Shabbat, Jones. What a 1-2 punch that is. That is just beautiful. All right, and then Johnny Tyconic and Samuel Girard. And then Jacob Bernard Docker. He makes the jump. He makes the jump after having a 66-point campaign in the American Hockey League. Almost 40 tucks. Almost 40 Genos. He comes through out of nowhere as well. Like, he put up, like, okay numbers. Like, they were just okay for, a young up-and-coming defenseman. Then out of nowhere wins whatever the equivalent of the Norris is in the American Hockey League. I gotta find that out, actually. That's gonna bug me that I don't know that. Apparently it's the Eddie Shore Award, so definitely won the Eddie Shore Award. I should check. Can I go back and check? Can I do that real quick? Wow, Eric Brandstrom wins the Eddie Shore Award. Okay, we'll have to go have a look at how good Eric Brandstrom is. I don't know, a 39-goal campaign from a defenseman. I feel like that should be cause for a Eddie Shore Award, in my opinion. I don't know. We'll see. We'll compare the two here. I mean, Brandstrom had a pretty good year, but it's no 39 goals. Come on, American Hockey League. What are you doing? In my eyes, we are a very competitive team right now, but our defense, it's still, I'm not saying it's not stronger, obviously, 100% it is, plus with Johnny Tyconic being now an 82, being a legitimate top 4 guy, Jacob Bernard Docker coming into his own, hopefully having a good year, and Lucas Hirsch had a rough go when he first came into the NHL, had a really rough go, so it's all up from here, buddy. It's nothing but W's and beautiful blue skies and Doritos for everyone. So right now, Ryan Merkley listed as a top 6 guy. That sucks. Julius Bergman, I'm okay with playing him in the AHL, although he's probably too good for that. And Mikkola as well, one of the guys that we signed in free agency, he's now NHL ready. And that doesn't even go to show anyone else we have in the American Hockey League, which is, we'll go ahead and see Glenn Sumal, who's definitely NHL ready. Zacharias, who again is NHL ready. This guy is even almost NHL ready. He's a top 2. Malhotra, he's a guy we drafted in year number 1. He needs one more year. Who's even on our AHL team here? So Desmond Forrest, that's a guy that we traded for in the Buffalo trade. I like that deal. Cale Anderson was actually 49 overall when we drafted him. He's now up to a 71, so that's a good story. He's obviously still low elite. We got Alex Formanton as well, and then in the cage we got Philip Gustafson, who is a legitimate backup goalie. And we got Burroughs, who is ready to be the starter in the AHL. So we seriously have to make some moves right now. Jake Allen, I think, should be moved. Glenn Sumal, should he be moved? And for what? So I think like I said, I think I'm going to get this video out a little bit early because I want to see your guys' comments. I really need some help here. Sorry if this video is not the longest one out there, but I definitely need some help. But what I want to do is I want to see how the, oh my god, wow, look at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Holy, Forsberg, Wenberg, Atkinson, couple of Bergs. They got Bryce Rupert, who is a legitimate NHLer right now. Brayden Schenn, Anders Lee, Timo Meyer. Oh my, look at their center depth. Holy shit. That is a very strong team. Now, even without Seth Jones, I mean, they got 3 really good defensemen. Maybe they knew that Seth Jones wasn't going to sign, so they went out and got Cale Makar in free agency. Their top 4 is pretty nice. Mark Stahl is obviously that blemish there, but yeah, they're a very sick team. So to strengthen up our third line, should we go out and get Nick Ritchie's younger brother? Or sorry, I guess older brother. Yeah, sorry, older brother. Should we go ahead and pick him up to strengthen up the fourth line? He would probably take Schlappick's spot. Schlappick's spot? Slappick spot. Slappick spot. That's a weird phrase. Schlappick's spot. Where is he? He is all the way down here. So they have pretty similar trade value. I could probably make that trade go through. Might have to add a little bit, which isn't the worst thing in the entire world. I feel like that shouldn't have happened because I didn't think we were going to get even 2 of those 3 players. We ended up getting all 3 of them, and now we're listed as a champion. Or actually, wait, we dropped down to a contender? Okay, so we were a champion at one point. But I still think we're definitely a playoff team right now. The question is, Glenn Sumal, Shu, do they play in the NHL? What do we do about our defense? What do we do? Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow when we continue this crazy GM week that's stressing me out. Hope you guys are enjoying your lifetime supply of Doritos, and I will see you guys in game number 1 when we take on the Montreal Canadiens in the Dorito Dome.